Welcome to the Doggone Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Trefny.
I'm Tristan Berryhill.
And we're excited to be here. We're still working out our new intro where we got this rockin' music here in the beginning. I absolutely love it, but we're still getting it dialed in, so hopefully it sounds right. Hopefully you like the way it sounds, but today we're just going to kind of talk about where we're at, what we're doing. Really, that's what we've been focused on over the last couple episodes anyways, so we might as well just kind of keep that focus and keep that direction. Man, I don't know. I'm all over the place. You know, I'm focused on schedule. I'm focused on what I can do to maximize my time, just because I feel like I got a million things going on. I mean, I got so many different things to do. I don't even know.
Yeah, which ones to start on?
Yeah.
Or what? I mean, it's a struggle. But I don't know. I've been focused on getting the editing, getting all my videos organized and put in the Google Drive. Been researching different topics for the blog posts. It's really just a lot of back and forth, and then trying to fix up the not fix up the website, but just identify flaws and take down notes. And I don't know, it's been a lot of different little tiny things and small aspects.
Yeah, it's not as glamorous as most people think.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're like, oh, I'm going to own an online wellness lifestyle company.
It's not easy.
You know, yeah, there's like a million things in the background that you really have to put your heart and soul into in order for it to resonate with people as authentic and real.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and it's like that takes a lot to draw that stuff out of you, to draw that authenticity into your writing and into your advertisement and into your product development, everything. Yeah. And it really is a constant withdrawal of energy. And I don't know, if I hadn't been doing my morning routine and dialing in the way I have been when it comes to eating and certain other aspects, I mean, I don't know, I think I would have crashed yesterday for sure, because it's just like I've been getting up every morning and grinding, and then just working, studying, trying to figure out, like just continuing to go through these loops of ignorance to understanding.
Yeah.
And sometimes just ignorance to ignorance, you know, not understanding at all. But, you know, and if I didn't have like that sacred time in the morning of my meditation and my mental focus, I don't know, man, I probably would have lost it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
It is a struggle, but I get messages, you know, from some of our newest followers, and it's like that kind of stuff gets me excited.
Yeah. I mean, you have to build up your personal energy and your personal power to be able to overcome the challenges that you face in building a business, and not necessarily just that, but other things that you want to accomplish in life.
100%.
But it's not that easy. You have to eat right. You have to get up, work out. Getting up early helps. It's also not an easy task. Yeah. I mean, for most people. But
if it's not easy, or if you don't like it, that's like the best thing, though. Because like I hate getting up early, and that's why I do it. Because every time I force myself to do something that I don't like to do, that I know actually turns out better for me in the day,
I've actually
makes a difference.
Wrote up a blog post about getting up at 4 a.m. every single day, and
awesome.
I mean, I don't do it, but you know, I do realize the effects and the value of it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it's good to a lot of times put yourself in that headspace and to understand something that is causing difficulty for you. Like, It took me weeks of saying out loud every morning on a 3x5 card, I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and love it. I literally said that out loud for like weeks before I ever woke up at 4 a.m.
Really?
And then I remember the first time I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was like good to go, and I was like running, and I was like, man, this is amazing. I'm going to do this every day. And the next day I slept in.
Yeah.
And I was like, gosh, darn it.
Yeah, keep it going.
You know, but that's when I also, you know, really embraced the no days off, never miss twice.
Right. And I would also like to highlight the fact that you have been cigarette-free for 3 days.
Yes. I jumped back on the cig train for a little bit. I had an ex who basically just like took everything and bailed, and then like came back for her dogs.
That was a wild story that, I mean, maybe we can tell in the podcast.
Yeah, we haven't even gone into that
at
yet.
all. I forgot. I mean, that's good content.
I was so mad I bought first and last name truthabout.com. You know, like that's how mad I was. I was like, I'm going to tell my side of the story at, you know, truth.com, you know, like.
I doubt you're watching, but you know who you are.
Oh, she's watching.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she has to have something to make fun of. You know, she used to talk poorly about my other podcast. Even when I was in the top 15% most shared globally on Spotify, she'd make fun of me with, you know, people that were supposedly my friends, you know.
Shitty.
I don't care. Like, you know, people would be like, oh, yeah, Alex, you put a lot of, you know, is that really going anywhere? It's like, I make a little bit of money, but, you know, do you have 300 episodes of anything that you've ever done?
Yeah, like yourself created.
Ever? Like, no. Have you, you know, like in that podcast, for example, one of the coolest things, I worked with a book that was published with a bunch of different authors and doctors, and had each one of them on the podcast and did an interview with them. And, you know, and these were like, you know, psychotherapists and, you know, specialized in trauma and narcissistic relationships, and I mean some really fascinating stuff. And and you know, that was just something that, you know, nobody ever thought had value in my close group of friends. I mean, nobody ever thought it was cool, or, you know, but then they're like, oh man, I heard this speech from this woman about, you know, getting free from a narcissistic relationship. And I'm like, oh yeah, she was on my podcast. Yeah. Like, I told you about her years ago, you know, like, and thank you, by the way, her particular episode is something I listened to get me through that recent breakup in relationship. Yeah. So that was kind of interesting that I could fall back on some of my own content, but
for sure.
But yeah, this podcast is going to evolve, hopefully in a bunch of different directions. You know, we don't want to be, you know, any particular genre. We want to be able to help you with what you want to accomplish in life or in business, and then like keep you up to date with doggone packs and just be real, you know, with what we have going on and what we're shooting towards.
It's a live process, and you can join along. Yeah.
And, you know, Tristan's going through a battle right now, getting himself into the grind and the groove, and he's like burning it, you know, and you know, that speed at which people get up to speed or get to a level of, you know, like one thing that we talk about a lot is like CEO level. And, you know, if somebody else owned doggone packs, would we be fired as the CEO?
Yes.
You know, 100%. Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, so like we have to take responsibility for that. And it's like, okay, what would make that no? And it's like,
large amounts of things.
That's a lot of stuff. Like, everything.
Shit,
okay, I got to do everything, and then got it. And that's just really, that's how it goes. You know, it's like we got to find a way to dig deep, and I think we're getting our grip on this thing. You know, it's a lot of different stuff, a lot of different moving parts.
As I originally envisioned. You know, like
I know. I mean, like we're really, even if this takes a year or two,
right?
We're building the foundation of a multi-million-dollar company.
I mean, in a year, we're still going to be creating episodes, and it's going to be a lot better than what it is right now. So
a lot, but yeah, we're going to bury the out of these bad episodes.
Yeah, these are terrible compared to our future content. I already know it,
right? You know, and it's like, just know the whole time we're thinking like, what is valuable to you, what is useful to you, and at the same time, we're trying to be as authentic as possible. We don't want it to be scripted, you know. Like we want to just talk about real stuff, you know. Like we're gonna start talking more about the conversations that we have back and forth, but I don't want you guys to think, you know, that it's just gonna be like a bantering or a back and forth of positive or negative, you know. It's really going to be everything that's going on in the business. It's going to be like, hey, you did this and I didn't really think that was cool, or you did this, I thought that was awesome, or, you know, neither of us thought about this. Have we done this? You know, like, because having that total responsibility with a shared ownership is difficult,
100%.
You know, and it's like we got to pretend like the other one's not there or dead, and have full responsibility, but at the same time communicate and work with the other one to make sure we're not overlapping on stuff that we're already doing.
Exactly.
You know, so
it's really difficult.
But all that considered, we would have killed to be where we are right now just a few months ago. So I'm excited that we are here, that we have our 100,000 pills,
100,000 of them
in-house, ready to be packaged. We got the bag designs going to be done any second now. It's pretty much done. I'm just not happy with anything ever completely, so I just keep going and keep refining it, and I might just make it all blank and just have a black bag that says Doggone Packs on it, just because it's like, you know, sometimes that simplistic sleekness is important, and I've honestly looked at it like, let's just do that. Yeah. That's just cooler. Maybe. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys can give feedback on what you want to see or what you want to hear about. That would be helpful to us, because, you know, there's a lot of times it's like, is it valuable to go over automated email responses on a website, or you know, do you guys want to learn about abandoned cart messages or pop-ups, or, you know, different marketing aspects or email campaigns? I mean, because we're going through all of that stuff right now, because you kind of have to build up that framework of communication. You know, when you go to Nike.com, you put in your email address, sign up your account, you know, you get like 3 emails right away, like, welcome to your account, here's your info, and boom, here's some deals. You know, we're not going to be like that, because again, we write all those emails. So I'm not going to be sitting there writing 1,000 emails. That's just not cool. I mean, hopefully I spell everything right, let alone get them out to you. I mean, maybe once every now and then, you know, but only we don't want to spam you. Yeah, I mean, I only want it to be like something you like, and it'll probably be like, hey, this is free if you click here, and then that'll be like, I don't know. I'm not gonna some free stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but yeah. So like, we have to build in all those responses and all that stuff. That's really where I'm kind of dialed in and focused on, along with the bag design, the sample bag design. We talked about it. We're going to do like a smaller bag order from like a Vistaprint or something like that, just to get some bags in here instead of ordering the thousands that we're doing. Yeah. Just so we can get some in initially. Just something for the people. Because the process of like ordering the what do you call it? The proofs, and then he sends the proofs over, and then it's like, I gotta okay the proofs. I can okay them over the phone, but it's still like another 8 days. Right. You know, then it's, you know, they'll tell me when the factory line's set up to print their stuff. You know, it's like, it's still going to be a process. And so for me, I feel like I can get these sample things out in like 15 days, get it out to our pre-order people, and at least get something in their hands so they can start taking that, kind of like our test, you know, our first alpha test pack that, you know, that you guys can see a lot of their reviews on our site. Those are a lot of people that I personally know that have tried this formulation, or these, me as well. You know, some of them weren't this exact pill, but it's the same formulation, milligrams, so that we can get an idea of what people feel and what people react to. So I know I've seen a lot of positive from it, and it's helped me a lot. So yeah, I'm going to drop some off at the gym that I go to. Sounds like they're going to let me pop some up there. So cool. Give some away as pre-workout and let people experience that, because I mean, I'm telling you, Rhodiola green coffee bean makes a big difference in your day when it comes to energy. Tristan, did you take yours today? Yeah, took 2 of mine. All right, man. Well, you got everything. Maybe you should take 2 more, man. Cause I think it's true. No, but so you're battling low energy? Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's difficult. Yeah. I don't know necessarily what the cause of it is, but maybe it's diet. Maybe it's, I mean, I've been starting to work out a little more, but I don't know. I'm trying to build it up. Yeah. And our product has been helping a lot. Definitely. I mean, I've noticed a positive difference energy-wise with you, but, you know, I know one thing that's helped me over the last week, you know, I don't know if you can tell energy-wise for me, but it's like eating regular whole foods like potatoes and different veggies. I see you up in there cooking almost every day now. Yeah, I mean, I cook breakfast and, you know, lunch and dinner every day now, you know, and not only is it so much cheaper, it really is. It's fucking so much better, like delicious and, you know, good for you. And now it's like I do really basic, like, you know, bachelor type meals. I'm not over here cooking. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll do sometimes I'll do some nicer stuff, like, you know, maple glazed salmon. That was pretty good. Yeah, I've never tried salmon before that, but it was pretty good. Never tried salmon before, like.
Ever.
Anyways, but yeah, so sometimes I do it like that, but like I've been stuck on like meat and potatoes, where I cut up some potatoes, do them on the flat top with a little bit of oil. Once they get like halfway done, I add onions, and then I add fucking ground beef, and I just sit there and mix it all up, and it's just meat and potatoes done.
For sure.
And it's just like I slam that faster than anything, and I don't know, it's made a big difference. I've definitely seen some gains weight wise. Hopefully it sticks. I've been trying to gain weight for years. That's going to be one of our next products that we're going to be coming out with, is going to be definitely supplemental in the weight gain area. It probably, I don't know if it'll be our second, maybe it'll be our third or fourth, I don't know,
right.
but it'll be that protein and meal replacement powders. Meal replacement's huge. I love Kachava myself.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried it, but
you never tried
interested.
Kachava? Yeah, it's good, dude. Kachava's, I mean, I drank that every day. A lot of times it was 3 times a day. When my house burned down, I had like 5 bags in there.
Oh, really?
Man, they're like $70 a bag.
Sure, you had a lot of stuff in there.
Oh yeah. But Kachava, it's kind of funny. I even like sent them a message and was like, "Can you send me more bags? This is the only one I have left." And it was like I had a picture of like a burned soot on this bag. They never responded.
Damn.
But yeah, I know. I was kind of shocked. Like Kajabi, man, that's a company after my fire.
They helped you,
dude. They were like, you don't have to pay for the next few months. I didn't ask nothing. I was just like, hey, how do I, cancel this? Or, I might have to cancel this. And they were like, no, you don't have to cancel anything. You don't have to you're not going to pay for this many months.
That's
and then
the kind of company I want to be.
Amen. Amen. And then there was some issue after I had to cancel still, and it was shifting to a different website platform, and then they were like charging me, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they were like instantly like, yeah, let's fix it, we'll give it all back, it's done, boom, fixed. And it's like, okay, I was like ready for a fight, and they were just like, yeah, it's solved,
like,
100%,
right,
Alex, yeah, taken care of. Like, oh, you didn't even they responded so fast, they didn't even have time to like check my account,
right?
I know they just like 100% went off like my word. It was like that movie Invention of Lying, where he's like, I have $800 in my account, and she's like, oh, the computer system's back up. Boom, it looks like you only have $562. Our computer system must be wrong. Here's your 800, and she like counts it out, and he's like, oh my gosh, and he realizes he can just lie, but that's kind of how it seemed, but
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would love to have a Kachava level drink. Certified organic would be big.
Would be cool.
Organic cocoa would be important to me. Superfoods and different herbs are
infused waters.
Yeah.
Hydrogen water bottles.
Yep. Take the annoyance out of it. Make it something that's like done. I mean,
I am excited.
Yeah, and I know you can't really tell when he says he's excited. It's like, I'm excited. But he is.
Like I said, I'm very low energy.
He's excited.
I'm extremely excited.
Yeah. And we're going to talk over the next few weeks too about like auto-suggestion, what you say to yourself, how you claim your reality, how you create your reality. And it's something that I've been really focusing on, because I found I was painting myself into a corner, or telling myself a story, and I had to break out of that. And it had to do with smoking, and had to do with a couple other things. And I just kept being like, oh, it's this, it's that, or it's because of this, it's because of that. And it's just like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I'm done. I've decided, and this is what I'm doing. And that's why in the coming years, you guys are going to see one of the biggest podcasts that I put out is going to be about that thought process itself. And I'm not going to go too much into it. I already have the domain purchased, a few other things, but it's such a great name, such a great idea that I kind of want to just leave it, keep it close to the chest right now. I've said it a couple times, so some of you might already know, but yeah, that's going to be a big deal, because it's kind of like one of those things that not too many people care what you know until they know that you care.
Right.
And that's kind of, in business, it's like people don't really know or care what you know unless they know that what you know got you successful, made you money.
Did you follow
worked,
that?
They don't, like, if you can be like, that's what I did, this is how I did it, people are like, okay.
Yeah.
They respond
Pretty
better to
much.
that. So, that's what my next project it's going to be kind of like the cherry on top of this as we show this whole process, this whole growth. You'll get to see the after effects of that and what happens. But that's neither here nor there. But we've been kind of all over the place with this episode, but it's been a good one.
Better one.
You know, it's something that we can just dial in over time. I mean, that's what this is about. And, you know, I mean, I still got to figure out how I'm going to make this easier so I'm not like moving around and moving my mic and doing this so I can, you know, start the outro music and, you know, start the,
run it.
Yeah, and it's like, and then it starts going, and you know, we still got to get the levels right. So like last time I was saying certain things at certain times and moving it up to different levels so I can see like, does that still work? Does that still sound okay?
This probably sounds all right, but I'll have to check it out.
But hey, you're already exactly where you need to be. That's on the Doggone Podcast. So thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on your preferred podcast platform, if you're watching though, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Spotify,
YouTube.
Where else? I mean, we're getting
TikTok.
on. Yeah, we're getting on everywhere. So
Facebook.
Hey, and if there's somewhere we're not that you like to listen to stuff, tell us.
Let us know.
We'll get on there. We'll add our RSS to there. But until next time, go out there and make an impact because that's what it's really all about.
That's what it's all about, people.
Thanks for joining us. There we go. There it is, the triple beat to end it all.